Hello, and welcome to another episode of County Perspective, the show that focuses on Frederick County government, local programs and events, and a community that you live in. I'm your host, Brandon Rosa, and thank you for joining us. Now, a lot of things have been happening in Frederick County, so let's jump right in today's top news stories. Frederick County Executive Jan Gardner's proposed budget for fiscal year 2022 focuses on making life better through record investments in education, good health, economic prosperity, and equity. Following a theme of rise, recover, renew, the budget supports recovery so residents can flourish and be healthier, stronger, and better together. Highlights from Executive Gardner's presentation include jump-starting the economy with $1 million invested in rural broadband and protecting taxpayers by not raising taxes.
The budget's all about the priorities of our community. All of our investment in our community through tax dollars is people's money. So we are allocating the community's money to our priorities and to the things that we collectively do together better than we would do individually.
To view a complete copy of the operating and capital budgets, go to frederickcountymd.gov/budget. Last November, County Executive Gardner appointed Michael Hughes as Chief Equity Inclusion Officer and at the same time announced an Equity and Inclusion Leadership Team. This was one of the first steps to advance Frederick County's fairness and equity in the community. The Equity and Leadership Team held a town hall on April 12th as an opportunity for the team to share their goals and give the public a chance to give their input. Let's hear from Michael Hughes on how the meeting went.
I found it very interesting and exciting going into the meeting, and we were very pleased with how things went as well. All the feedback we received has been positive. The county executive expressed that she was pleased with the meeting also, and it was a lot of work to get to this point, and the team was really satisfied as well. They feel like they really worked through some things, had some disagreements that they worked through, but everyone was really satisfied with the product that we produced and presented to the county executive.
Executive Gardner's goal for creating this team is for everyone in the community to share the same opportunities so that we can all flourish in Frederick County's high quality of life. To watch the town hall, visit frederickcountymd.gov/FCG-TV. Frederick County's newest high-volume vaccination clinic opened at the site of the former United Healthcare office on Oak Street in Frederick on Saturday, April 24th. The county will use 54,000 square feet of the building. The site will allow at least 4,000 or more people to be vaccinated per day, about twice the capacity of existing clinics. Governor Larry Hogan visited Frederick's other high-volume vaccination clinic at Frederick Community College on April 22nd. Executive Jan Gardner took him on a tour of the clinic, and they spoke to the media afterward.
Vaccinations have been shown to prevent the spread of COVID to a small number of people may get COVID, but it's preventing serious illness and death. We've certainly been able to note that in our nursing homes, and so the vaccinations work. So I want to encourage everybody to come out and get vaccinated. We do have these extra doses here, thanks to the governor and to all of his support throughout the state.
We've now vaccinated 83% of all of the most vulnerable folks over 65 and more than 55% of everyone over 18 in the entire state, and it's thanks to all of these folks doing a wonderful job.
If you have not yet received a COVID vaccine, you can pre-register at covidvax.maryland.gov to get on the waiting list, or call 301-600-7900. To track the percentage of Frederick County's population who have been vaccinated or see updated coronavirus statistics, visit frederickcountymd.gov/COVIDstats. In our last episode, we had the chance to see how Frederick County government's Heidi Keeney went from special assistant to the county executive to Frederick County's vaccine program manager because of COVID-19 in our area, and FCG-TV's new series, Other Duties as Assigned. Now in this episode, we'll take a look at how Frederick County Public Library's Laura Dennis went from FCPL curbside pickup volunteer to COVID-19 vaccination volunteer.
Hello, I'm Laura Dennis. I work at Frederick County Public Libraries, and I used to help people inside our building, but now, due to COVID-19, we're reaching people through our curbside pickup, online, over the phone, and out in our community. I'm a senior circulation clerk here at our main branch in downtown Frederick, and I provide support to our team as well as offer assistance to our customers. Initially, the library thought we were going to be closed for 2 weeks. They made that announcement, but then we realized it was going to be longer than that. It was going to be an undetermined amount of time. So we realized we were going to have to move from traditional services to how can we help our community, and that became our focus. We are still offering services to our library patrons. It just looks a little bit different right now. It's not the traditional role we had before. We have curbside service available. We are answering our phones, and we've also offered a lot of other new virtual services as well. I started helping in the vaccination clinics back in February, and I've been helping with the non-medical roles that need filled there. I've been doing things like greeting people when they arrive, helping to assist with the registration process, and just answering people's questions and helping guide them through the vaccination process. It's really rewarding helping the community during this time right now. People are really happy to be at the vaccination clinic, and it really helps to know that we're fighting back against this terrible virus.
Stay right there. We have plenty more coming up on County Perspective. Welcome back to County Perspective. I'm your host, Brandon Rosa. In just a few moments, we'll see an update on what the Frederick County Scott Key Center has been up to. But before we do that, let's see who's looking for a forever home in this episode's Pet of the Week.
Hokey Pokey loves to play, and you'll always be able to find her by following her trail of toys. She has a curious streak and enjoys sniffing and exploring spaces both high and low. Hokey Pokey is always up for a petting session and is quick to purr. But if you're wanting cuddles, you'll have to wait until she's run off all that youthful energy. This confident kitten will do well in any household, but since she's not fond of other felines, she will need to be the only cat in her new home. To learn more about Hokey Pokey and our virtual adoption process, call Frederick County Animal Control and Pet Adoption Center at 301-600-1546.
Frederick County Scott Key Center has been empowering and employing individuals with disabilities for over 20 years. Individuals at the Scott Key Center seek employment from custodial staff, computer disassembly and computer tech support, financing, and more. Now with COVID-19 in our area, the Scott Key Center is doing things a little bit differently. Let's take a look.
Well, the Scott Key Center is an organization that works with intellectual and developmentally disabled individuals. We work on their self-help skills, employment readiness skills, and helping them find employment in the community and support them in that process even after employment is gained. Some of the jobs they do are in-house production work with in-house contracts. Some do some enclave work, doing cleaning at county buildings throughout Frederick County. Then others are working competitively in employers in Frederick County.
When the pandemic broke, we closed our services to individuals. Staff were still coming in. We were still handling the contracts and doing the work that the individuals would have been doing inside and outside of the building, as far as our janitorial contracts and our production contracts. And then we got word that the staff were also not coming into the building, so we started working from home. And then in June, we started coordinating our virtual program so that our individuals were able to meet with us and have sessions.
We are doing virtual supports through our Microsoft Teams platform, And we have staff that lead 1-hour sessions at various times throughout the day, anywhere from 3 to 5 sessions a day, Monday through Friday. Currently, our staff have been kind of reassigned different duties throughout the county to meet infrastructure needs.
We closed the center, and one of the things that some of us did is that the senior center had a need for delivering groceries. What I'm doing right now is I'm helping the senior center, and I'm delivering Meals on Wheels to our seniors within Frederick County. In the morning, I have a virtual session. So once I'm done with my virtual session, I go to the senior center and get my vehicle, and then I come here to the detention center and I collect my meals, my cold meals and hot meals for the seniors on my route that I deliver to.
Meals on Wheels is a critical part of our community to support seniors and those in need. And when the pandemic started, of course, a lot of that was done by volunteers. The volunteers also ceased, also being a vulnerable population of being elderly individuals that volunteered, and there was a need, and we had staff available and stepped up to try to meet that need with our Scott Key Center staff. Also, we had staff that were supporting the infrastructure of the county as far as cleaning of the buildings for a short period of time, and they've also now transitioned into supporting the Frederick County Government Call Center for the COVID-19 vaccine.
So since we had a lot of staff with hours available, we got asked to start managing the call center and staffing it. So since I managed most of the staff here and worked with scheduling, I was asked to help provide a schedule for our staff to staff the call center. I'm learning a lot, getting to do a lot of different duties within the county that I have not had the opportunity to do, and work with different people in the county.
My favorite part of the job is actually interacting with the seniors and seeing how they're doing, and I love to communicate with them, how they're doing, if there are any needs, how they're feeling, how they're doing that day. I think that's really important, and that's actually a wonderful part of my day.
There are so many people in the community that call and send us emails and just praise what we're doing and thank us for our time. So it's a very rewarding job.
Someday, when we return to what the new normal is going to be, we anticipate that we'll be able to utilize our virtual services as well as some of the other networks that we've made throughout this COVID-19 pandemic. If you want to find out more information regarding the Scott Key Center, visit scottkeycenter.org.
Looking for something to do in the next few weeks? Well, Frederick County has plenty of activities to keep you busy. Check out some of the great programs that county departments are offering. To find more virtual events and programs, or for more information, log on to the county's webpage, frederickcountymd.gov. Now at the end of our show, we like to mention a few recent events, along with things our viewers should keep an eye out for in the upcoming weeks. If you're a cyclist and are wanting to get out on the road for some exercise, well, now you can enjoy your ride with the safety of the new bicycles may use full lane signage. The Frederick County Bicycle and Pedestrian Advisory Committee has been actively working with the Frederick County Division of Public Works to identify the most important locations for the signage. Devil Biss Road, from Maryland 194 to Dublin Road, will be the first roadway to have the signage installed. The signs will be used where travel lanes are too narrow for bicyclists and motor vehicles to operate side by side. If a driver sees a cyclist, they should slow down, keep a safe distance from the cyclist, and look for a safe time to go around a cyclist, even if the yellow road line is solid. Now, since October of 2020, a new Maryland law went into effect, allowing motor vehicles to cross the double yellow lines in order to pass an individual on a bicycle. so be on the lookout for people riding bicycles while you're on the road. And please be safe. Spring is in the air, and that means the weather is perfect for getting outside and enjoying some Frederick County parks and recreation trails. Frederick County has 15 paved and unpaved trails for all residents and visitors to enjoy. If you're a horseback rider, there is even a new equestrian trail at Othello Regional Park. If you are using the trail, please wear a mask if you are unable to maintain a 6-foot gap between you and others using the trail. The COVID-19 cases in Frederick County are still on the rise, so it is highly important that you stay safe and maintain safety for others around you. If you'd like to find out more information on the parks and rec trails in Frederick County, go to recradar.com/316/trails. Well, that's it for this episode of County Perspective, but don't forget to follow Frederick County on social media in order to keep up to date on important news and events. We'll see you next time for a fresh look from a county perspective.